Welcome back. And joining us now is Shanoa French from the Beef Innovations Group to tell us more about convenient, fresh beef products. Shanoa, Steve Wald was just on the show talking about a new product for today's time-starved consumers. Tell us more about convenient, fresh beef products.
Well, like Steve mentioned, we have about 15 products that are available. Some of these are 3-in-1, so they can make more than one sandwich for them. But we brought the 3-in-1 kits here to show you. We're going to work through one of the recipes today, but just show you how great some of the other options are. Sure. So this first one is a sandwich kit. And what the great thing about this is you can do sandwich for lunch, you can do sandwich for dinner. And if you turn these packages over, it tells you as you pick them up out of the fresh meat case exactly what you would need to make each type of sandwich. Neat. So some of the consumers say, well, I buy these knowing that I have barbecue sauce at home, or I always have onions at home, or I know that I don't have sour cream, so when I pick this up, I'll need to pick that up along with it. So, like I said, this is a sandwich kit, which is a great option.
Yeah.
This is the fajita kit, which a lot of consumers do fajitas at home. A lot of people are comfortable with that. There's frozen ones in the freezer right now, but this gives them a fresh option if they want to add some other lime juices and still make the seasoning how they like it. Add mushrooms, peppers, onions, bell peppers, no bell peppers, corn tortillas, flour tortillas, and then kind of garnish any way they want.
Yeah, so, fresh beef is always a better option, it seems like to me.
Yeah,
That's
well,
great.
and it's quick too, which is great. The last one that I'm going to talk about, and this is the one I'm actually going to show you in demo, is more of that hearty one. So this one either does beef stroganoff, a beef and pepper, or a stew. So kind of depending on what you want to do. I went ahead, pulled the ingredients that we're going to need. So I've got those here, and we're going to start using this kit. We'll show you how quick they are.
And we're going to do stroganoff today.
We are. So
let's get started.
I'm going to pull the sleeve off, which is real easy, and I'm going to turn it over because that's where your instructions are.
Outstanding.
So we'll start that. I'm going to turn this up so we have a little bit of heat going. This is really pretty quick. Peel the overwrap that you would have at the store, just like you would at home, and this seasoning packet is right inside on top.
How convenient is that?
So I'm going to do this, slice it open.
Okay. Be careful with the knife there.
It's a little one, we're all right? So this is going to be my mixing bowl.
All right.
Pretty quick. This is called the brown gravy package that'll come with your meat. It's
good.
1.25 pounds.
All right.
About that. So it'll serve, and you can spread it out by adding different vegetables, and it'll kind of serve 4, 5, or 6, depending on how big your consumers are, how big your family is.
Super flexible.
1.5 cups of water.
Everybody has that.
Everybody has water. So.
That's great.
And then the only other tricky thing is going to be sour cream.
Oh, wow.
1/4 cup of sour cream.
Wow.
You want to use plain yogurt, whatever you like to use at home. And this all just gets mixed in here.
That's outstanding. I know we've always talked about trying to limit the number of ingredients just to make beef more convenient for consumers.
This one
that's really convenient.
Is very simple. I'm going to use a whisk, and you want to get rid of the lump that's in there and kind of incorporate your sour cream.
Wow.
So we're going to mix that up. This will cook, and this is also actually what's the thickening agent to kind of make that stroganoff. So
it's the easiest gravy I've ever seen.
There you go, right? So I'm going to push this to the side, and we're actually going to start with our meat.
Okay.
Pan is medium-high heat. You don't want it too hot. And as we start adding things into this pan, they'll cook long enough to make sure your meat comes to temperature. So this first step is just a searing. You're going to brown it just about a minute. We don't want to cook too long because then your meat's going to be overdone at the end process.
And what kind of oil are you putting in?
Just a touch of olive oil.
Olive oil, perfect.
Kind of to make sure things don't stick in there. I'm going to spin this around a little bit.
That's great.
We've got some heat going on our pan. I'm going to use some tongs. As I put the meat in here, you're going to want to make sure that it's kind of separated so that we don't have clumps. So that's why I'm going to use these tongs. You can use your hands at home. You'll hear that sizzle. You want that. We're looking to brown. As we've talked about before, some of the Maillard reaction that happens. That browning adds flavor. So I'm going to kind of dump all these in here. And this only calls the instructions, as you'll see, say just brown it for about a minute. Okay, real quickly. Yeah. So we just want to get that sear on that.
You bet.
So as we work through that.
Now you used a separate set of tongs.
Yeah.
Just for food safety.
For food safety,
That's great.
Like I said, if I was at home, I would have used my fingers for that part, but here. So you can see we've got some brown on those pieces.
Okay.
And what we're going to do now is I'm going to flip them all over.
Right.
Keep them kind of separated.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add our mushrooms.
Right.
So this is 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms.
Okay.
The recipe also calls for canned mushrooms. If you like canned mushrooms, better. Make sure you drain them.
Yeah.
But we're going to toss these in here.
All right.
And we're just letting them all kind of cook together.
Perfect.
You're looking for some of that sear, the heat on them.
Yeah.
Don't put a lid on here. Mushrooms have some water in them.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll end up with a steamy mess.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So trying to keep this
it
working.
uncovered.
Yeah, throwing mushrooms.
A rogue mushroom.
Jumping. So you want to stir fry this long enough that your beef, as you can see in this one, has some of that caramelization,
Yes.
that doneness to it.
Right.
But you don't have to cook this for like 5 minutes to make sure everything is done. Because what we're going to do is we're going to add this liquid here.
Yes.
And whisk that in, and then
it'll continue cooking.
it'll
then.
continue to
Oh,
cook.
perfect.
This will thicken, and that gives you what some of your gravy is.
Gotcha.
So I had the heat turned down a little bit. So we're getting a little tiny steaming. You can see that in the
Yep,
pan, but that's what's
sure can.
important to keep that medium heat up on your
Yep.
stove.
It's okay
So
to have some liquid in there, though, right now.
it's okay a little bit, yeah. If I'd had my heat up a little bit, well, you wouldn't see that.
Gotcha.
So that's one of those things that we'll kind of keep
Very
remembering.
good.
But some of these pieces are still raw, so I'm going to give them just a couple more minutes. But what we'll do then is I'm going to take and whisk all of this in,
Okay.
kind of make sure there's no lumps in there.
Wow.
And then this will become...
Super, super simple. That's amazing.
Yeah. So we're going to pour this over the top. Kind of mix it in there. Got
Gotcha.
a little lump on the side, so
Yep.
we'll add that. And wait for our
And then
pan
how
to
long
recover.
are we going to want to cook this? Or
This
simmer?
says that it simmers for about 3 minutes.
Wow.
So obviously we just poured cold water
Sure.
and some sour cream in there. Your pan's going to return. You'll start seeing a little bit. It's starting to boil. So you'll let this, bubble for about 3 to 5 minutes. Make
Okay.
sure that it'll thicken.
Sure.
And then you can go ahead and serve it over the top of your favorite.
outstanding.
Yeah, we used whole wheat noodles here. You can use rice. You can use spaghetti noodles. Whatever your family prefers to eat stroganoff over.
What a quick and convenient but delicious way to enjoy beef. Thanks so much for bringing us this recipe and this new product innovation.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have it in all the stores here soon.
That's exciting. For more information on convenient fresh beef, visit the Beef Innovations Group website at beefinnovationsgroup.com. Or you can visit our website at cattlemen2cattlemen.org.